Hello, everyone, and welcome to this episode of the Super Metroid Randomizer Dash 2025 tournament for the Speedgaming Live Online event. My name is Owen Partridge. I'm joined by Twin for this race of AceZer0 versus Nikplayer. How are you doing, Twin?
I'm doing good. This is game 2 of the day for these two, with Nikplayer taking last race. I don't think it matters too much at this stage, but just thought I'd say that.
Well, I mean, anything else, it is a very influential result for this group. The way the tournament works is we are having a double round robin group stage. So everybody will play everyone in their 4 or 5 player group twice. Most players, including these, are playing their 2 races back to back. So you'll have a game 1 and a game 2. No game 3. It's not a best of 3. So so we're playing our 2 races back to back though. So get to have more SM action.
If I remember looking at the schedule correctly, there is quite a bit of SM action going on today.
Oh yeah, I think there are 2 races being restreamed right now, which is this race, obviously, and then DJ Webb versus OK Beamer, and then I think also Sky versus Slowders is happening off restream. And then I think there's another match that started like 30 minutes ago-ish. Let me check the schedule, actually. Yeah, Anfunny versus Ikeir is on SG5 as of 30 minutes ago.
Ooh.
Nice speed.
Speed.
And then P12 versus Breakjake is at 2 p.m. So it's a bunch of rando.
Lots of SM going on today.
Yeah, good fun. We get to start with that speed, which is actually kind of not like a super rare start, but it's definitely a more influential starting item than a lot of others. But Nick gets the D-boost. Ace misses it. Tricky thing.
Oh no.
It's okay. So the strat with speed to back this up is you just spark up there.
Oh, okay.
But it's never...
Just a little bit slower.
Yeah. Never feels good to start out on quote-unquote the wrong foot like this, but it is what it is.
SM hitboxes in full swing on Ace's side.
Yeah, the game very much deciding that you can totally have this item without working for it at all. That's how this game works, right?
Oh yeah. Okay, Nick is charging up that spark. Gonna spark back across the pit room. We don't have bombs or anything, so we can't check what's at Old Mother Brain.
Yeah. He will have to kill this first pirate first, but the spark will work. It's always a little worrying. What's funny is you can actually check that Old Mother Brain item with speed. It's a very tricky sequence of you want to like get like into a blue, like a 10th blue state, and then you break the bomb blocks, and it works, but it's very finicky. It's really only worth it if you don't have supers or power bombs, because it's just so likely to be something you already have in this scenario. So pretty slow and not really worth it, because you have to go into climb to get your blue.
So it really seems like excuse me. The first little bit of each seed is kind of the same kind of steps. Like it's almost like, okay, well, you have to go check this one first, and then you'll check this one and this one and this one. But that's when it starts to open up after that.
Yeah, more or less. You get to check the Retrobrand portal if you have power bombs. Then if you don't, then you just go back up climb, and then now you get to go through West criteria through whatever items you have. And now that you have these portals, you can go to other places, and then the seeds can really start to diversify.
Yeah, last game, the players ended up following each other for a fair amount of time before we got any divergence. But once we did get some divergence, it really diverged. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, that was a pretty significant divergence point in last race where, because of how the players ordered portals, Ace was heavily incentivized to check the back of ship, and Nick really wasn't. So Nick missed out on a Varia suit, but did manage to overcome it and take the win through just getting to route the rest of the seed more efficiently. So, yeah, we'll get these power bombs, which is quite a good item. Pretty much the item you're looking for right now.
Yeah, because those open up so much.
Yeah. Really, when you're playing the game without power bombs, you're just looking for power bombs, and then once you have power bombs, then you can play the rest of the game. But now we can go and do Green Bren and do all that stuff. So we get to start out with, I think it was like SGLIVE? Yeah, SGLIVE. Okay, I should track that. But the important thing is we have speed, so we get to do this waterway check now.
Mm-hmm. And we don't have to come back for it later.
Yep. That is a pretty significant item, high jump.
High jump really changes how Samus moves. It's kind of crazy.
It's a pretty good item. It's like, without high jump or speed, is like a reasonable kit. With high jump only, is like, it's fine. You do a few rooms with it in vanilla. Speed without high jump is the annoying one. Nice charge clip for Nikplayer, sheesh. And then high jump plus speed is just like nearly brain off for me, because that's how pretty much every vanilla speedrun is. You just get to play through the game quote unquote normally.
Nice super clip there for that wave gate.
Yeah, very nice. Gets rewarded with Spirit Attack here. It is an alt setup for doing it with high jump or just doing it without. And Ace will just do the normal strat of laying a power bomb to exit. Charge. I don't even know how much time charge clip saves since you're not going to the right like you are in Hundo. Still a very cool trick though. Okay. Nick is out to a little bit of an early lead, just due to Ace is moving fine, but Nick is moving really clean. Just playing well. And now we'll be doing these last few majors, and then getting to see what the next part of the seed has in store.
Excuse me.
Gets a reserve here for his troubles.
And Ace is just following along behind. Again, like I said, the first little bit of these seeds, at least the two that I've watched this morning, they do kind of just like, not bottleneck, but like they're very similar routing wise.
Yeah, the meta has developed to a point that when you get like this kind of a pretty linear start, it's less of like a bottleneck. Like, sure, you could go to East Criteria, but it's like, why would you pick any other option than going to the area that has a ton of items? Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like, this is the sensible play to do. So even if I'm
Also-
losing, go ahead.
Well, I was just gonna say, Nick did something that I don't think I have seen happen in years. Same
What
with
was
Ace. They just ran through the gates. They didn't mock ball. They have speed, so they can just run through those gates instead of
It's
mock
true.
balling. And I'm so not used to seeing that.
Yeah, it's very weird. What's really funny is, like, the funny option is when you have speed, no high jump, and you forget that you have speed for this very particular point, and you jump, and you try to do your mock ball, and you go far enough that you're no longer on the normal blocks, you're on the crumble blocks, and you mock ball on the crumble blocks, and then you fall through, and then you feel really silly. And at that point, the gates are far enough on screen that they've lowered, you have to reset the room. So, forgetting it can be very sad, but they do both remember and manage to get through. So this is...
Yes.
I'm interested why Nick is not following this. He's got high jump... Oh, okay. He's just going to follow it. Just had to take a little think about it.
Sometimes you just check the portal and don't actually register what it is until you've gone back through the door.
Yeah. Yeah. A lot of the time you'll even check the portal, know what it is, and then you're like, oh, I don't want to do that. And then in the door transition, you're out like, I'm like, that's a stupid idea. I have to do this because everything else sucks. This is
my
actually...
other options are not great.
Yeah. Yeah, see, like, Ace had the same little, oh, I don't want to do this, but I have to. We'll turn around.
So what do you think is going to be the progression item that they find first?
I don't even know. There's a lot of ways the Steed could go. What you want to see is a suit. That's like the biggest progression that you can see. Nick is trying to get up here with an underwater wall jump. He can just spring wall jump up to get up to here. What he's really wanting to do is check the top portal here. Which he'll have to do a double spring wall jump for. I would not be surprised to see Ace skip this portal, because I know I might be skipping this portal if I were playing this seed. Ooh, that is not great. But does look like Ace is going to go straight for the Mama Turtle major check, and Nick is going to check this portal here at the top of the west. And then I assume if this is bad, then he'll do Mama Turtle and then the Main Street portal afterward.
Okay.
But these are both sensible orderings. Okay. This is a great portal to know, but not really something you want to be doing, especially not out of logic.
I was watching Ace. I missed the portal.
It is single chamber in Upper Norfair.
Okay.
Oh, we're spring wall jumping. Okay. It's like, I didn't see the item. Let me see it. But yeah, so now Ace is positionally ahead, but Nikplayer will have a little bit of extra portal knowledge, which is more powerful than sometimes people think.
I think that ended up helping Nick last seed, because they did know all of their portals.
Yeah.
I think Ace was still looking for some.
Yeah, knowing all your portals is a really good state to be in. And yeah, this is major minor. I guess to the thought in chat of doing Upper Norfair when you put all that effort into checking that portal, I'm not a huge fan of it because for a couple of reasons. That is a scary Mama Turtle hit to take. Number one, it sucks you're on 2+1 and you're just miserable and you don't have a CF. You could get a CF if you get lucky and find a power bomb, but it's 1 in 6 for any given miner to be a power bomb. It's not like guaranteed you're going to get a power bomb. The other reason is that you're leaving behind the single portal and the major check that could be something game-changing, and that is pretty likely your opponent's checking on the way down. So I would rather just have the coverage of I'm going to do this portal and get this extra knowledge, and then also go and get this knowledge that my opponent will be getting, and then just go along with what they're doing rather than try to diverge and do a 2+1 bubble mountain that's probably going to be really slow. So, yeah. But I mean, that is fair. I also probably would not have checked that portal because doing that double spring ball is not fast. Ace does get Space Jump here at Ice, which Nick will get in a second. Nick actually did not check the West portal because he's going to plan on doing it on the way out. There's an early charge for Nikplayer, which Ace will get in a second because they're doing different item orders.
So with a charge this early, do you start playing for beams or do you still just go for ammo at this point?
So the way charge works with this beam combo now is I would be skipping missiles. I'd probably pick up like one more convenient missile, but I would check a lot less minors just in general. But I'd still be picking up supers just because supers are good. Yeah. Yeah, Cutie, that's the problem. Is like you're checking that portal because you want to follow it, but you don't want to follow it because there's other stuff you want to follow in West. Like
that's in logic.
Yeah. Yeah, that's in logic and that your opponent is doing. So it's like you're putting yourself in a situation where you can get punished and your opponent will be punishing you guaranteed because they will be doing Main Street. And if you follow Top of West, then you won't be doing Main Street for a while and you're leaving that portal as a single connector and that's just not good. At least that's my thought process. But yeah, doing Ice on this loadout is not easy, but Nikplayer does get the both the health and the resources to make this out between his kit and the drops he got, so should be able to make this work. Nice. Very well done. Doing Ice on one tank is very tricky, but does manage to make it happen. And we do see top of Red Tower for this other portal here. So now we have things that we want to do, which is just going down all of Red Tower. And this is awkward. Well, I mean, you do it and you hope that it's not Ridley.
Yes.
Dude, at this crate here, Dragon's also not great. But I mean, it's like it's fine. I think you just end up taking the refill. I guess Ridley maybe is doable for like if you game out of your mind, but you would also have to fill up your reserve because they have the supers for it, and they have, in theory, the tanks for it. But the problem with 3+1 Ridley is it's stupid hard, and it's like, I don't know. I would not be counting on myself to do that when Crate is like by Business Center.
So you're hoping to see Crate or Fantoon here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, we get a fade out so we know it's Crate or Dragon, and then we know it's Crate because it's Crate. So this is very convenient. Works out in all the scenarios. Yeah, same Cutie. If I had a full reserve, I'd give it one shot, but it's just so sad. It's just such a sad Ridley, if this is Ridley. If this were Ridley. It's not. The real sad one is Dragon, honestly, because that fight just can last forever.
So if it was Dragon, would you try to do it on this loadout, or do you think he would just come back? Okay.
I'd absolutely do it. Oh, that's a good gravity for Ace and also Nikplayer. This is some sync we are getting.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. I think I'd fill my reserve on 4+1 just because that's a reasonable amount of health. 3+1 I don't think I would. Just not worth it. And Nick is gonna... Oh, Nick was not gonna take this refill. Okay. No, yeah, I think this is correct to not take the refill because you have between Minicrade and you have like this major check and the X-ray and spacer checks that are likely to give you E-Techs. So
Yeah. Can I just say, I love that Nintendo gave Samus a forward-facing sprite. For
it's
those
really
few
good.
frames that she does face forward, like turnarounds and stuff like that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really cool that like there's actually an animation for that, and it's not just like
You only get
you
left or right.
you immediately snap to left or right. Like you actually go through the animation. The pose system in Super Metroid is honestly one of the best things about the game. It's like what makes Super Metroid feel so fluid to play. Just like the fact that like mock balls exist and like you can land and then just keep on running and it feels good. The fact that like the pose system exists is just why this all works and it's fantastic. So, shouts to Deer Force.
Ooh, plasma.
Indeed,
We got
Plasma and X-Ray for Ace. Sorry, go ahead.
get rid of that store brand plasma. Give me the real stuff.
I mean, even more than discount Plasma, I think Spazer is just discount Wave.
Except it only does like it doesn't even do the stuff that Wave is good for.
Yeah. It's just like it doesn't immediately despawn at corners or whatever.
I know. I've never been as someone who doesn't speedrun, I've never been a big Wave fan because half the time when I shot it as a kid, it wouldn't hit what I was aiming at because it would just wave over it. And I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Wait,
Nick, you better pick up that plasma. Please.
listen, let him cook. He's just opening the screw attack, the bomb block. Yeah, yeah, I think so. Well, I mean, it could be like Croc Door or whatever. But I do agree checking X-ray before doing the portal is better, even though it's a little slower. Then maybe I think maybe from Nikplayer's perspective, it's better to do it in the more efficient way and hope that it's a portal that works out for you, and then you lose a little bit of time if it isn't something that works out. But it is back of ship, and yeah, shifted. Oh my gosh, there's Varia.
Ooh.
Okay, so this isn't immediately game losing
No,
or game winning.
but it is really handy for Nick.
Oh yeah. Okay, this is like a very good position for Nick. If Ace doesn't get back to that very, very soon, then she will be very sad. And apparently it did track Plasma. Epic. But if this is a Ridley and Ace doesn't end up killing it, which I suspect she will not, if it's Ridley, then Nick probably just wins. Because this is going to be a pretty fast seed. And that like extra time spent going back to ship will probably be enough to cost Ace the race. But if this is like a Dragon or a Fantoon, then this is pretty solid. And it's Ridley, because it's always Ridley in ship. We are going to give it a try. I don't know how this is going to go. We need 3,000 damage and charge shots, and this is not going to go well. This is not working out.
Yeah.
Okay. And
I don't know how you rando runners can come up on the fly with damage tables like that. It makes my brain hurt.
Yeah. I mean, I wasn't even to the point where I knew how many charge shots we needed. I just knew how much damage we needed to do with them. But I think the answer was 7 charge shots, because math.
No math. It's Saturday and it's still summertime. No math.
Reasonable. I won't lie, I did not get the portals at the bottom of Red Tower that were not Croc. I saw Crockett, then I saw that we were fighting Ridley, and I paid attention to that.
Yeah, I was
it's back
watching
on
Ridley
East.
too.
It's okay. Ace is gonna go back through ship and feel really sad.
Yeah, Nick is in a much better position to beat this Ridley boss.
Yeah. Yeah, this is a... Well, yeah, he has Varia. Oh, Nick went for the short charge there. You'll see in some RBO runs, you'll spark through this room here that Nick is in. Oh, Ace is going back for East. Oh, no. Or is she? Oh, she's farming supers. Oh my god, this is terrible.
No.
This is just so awkward. Because, like, you can kill this Ridley, but it just feels so bad to leave. But we know that if Ace just leaves at the back and gets the variant, she can come back and kill Ridley easily. And like Nikplayer doesn't even need to save. This is a travesty.
So with Nick's loadout, there isn't a boss that you would feel bad about finding.
No.
Yeah.
No, you can comfortably kill every boss here for Nick. It's very comfy. Get all the supers in, and Bob's your uncle. Yeah, now Nick is just like fully in go mode, just checking extra stuff to see if he can spike an ice or wave. But like that's basically it.
Yeah,
I guess he does also want a third power bump hack is the thing. Because of Turian.
Unless you get ice.
Yeah. Well, yeah, like ice or a third power impact, but the problem is that checking for one is mutually exclusive with checking for the other.
Yeah, true.
Okay, but we find a third power bump, so we don't have to do the 28% gamble. Because the way the binomial distribution works is that if you are doing Turian on 10 power bombs, there is a 28% chance that you get enough drops to go through Turian without refilling.
MM2, do you not remember I said no math?
Okay. No more math.
No more math.
Listen, this one I did years ago, and I just remember the number.
Oh, okay.
This is not like this is not like in show math. I did this in 2022, and I'm just trusting 2022 MM2, who was in a stats class at the time. Can Ace win this? Yes. Okay. Actually, epic. Okay. Ace wins this fight.
Yeah, with reserves and then the drops.
Well, that is not the right boss. Nick won race 1. Yeah, now we get the E-Tank, which will feel more comfy for Ace. So probably Ace just goes out the front and then does bottom of red tower, gets Vera, feels bad, and then checks the bottom portals. I don't know if there were anything good there, because I missed what Nick found there. That's my confession.
I was watching the Ridley fight and not watching Nick's side. I'm such a bad commentator.
It's okay. We will surely get Ace to check those portals, Sintium. But yeah, now Nick's just gonna get to blaze through this. We'll check this portal just to see if it's Turian. If it's Turian, he's gonna feel really bad. No, this can't be Turian. Because that's how Dash works. This is one of the banned layouts. The way area works is any portal can go anywhere, but the exceptions are you can't have a two-way into a one-way. So like you can't have, in this case, wreck ship into East Meridia into Turian. Oh, and Okay, Ace is just going to go out the front and do east, which is completely reasonable, and will take her way away from Riveria, and tragedy ensues. Clean room from Nick. I'm still happy.
Yeah. Nick is just blazing through this seed.
Yeah. Good runner with good movement, makes good decisions, and gets rewarded. But I will say, following back of ship is a reasonable decision to make. You just get max punished for finding Ridley and having Varia be convenient, and not getting said Varia.
The only thing about having plasma only, well, plasma charge, is it feels kind of bad to do some of these bosses without X-ray.
Yeah. Yeah, the problem is you can't count on X-ray showing up. Like, this is a really good situation, and like X-ray makes it a fair bit better, like a little bit better, but it's not like world-changingly better, and you're not going to check extra stuff for it. So if your opponent did some extra check somewhere and got X-ray, then so be it. But you won't do.
You're not going to go out of your way to find it.
Yeah, you're not going to go out of your way to find it. It's just bad expected value. Oh no, math. Okay, it's just
Have we seen a Lower Norfair portal yet?
We have front of Ellen at West Crateria.
Okay.
Which is actually going to be really convenient for Nick. So the way Nick can do this is, he can just do the other East Crateria portal here, because this front of East here goes to Moat, and then he can do Crab Portal, and then go across to front of Ellen. I don't know what he found it. This really sucks because I don't know what he found at bottom of Red Tower, and I would really love to know. But yeah. This is going to be a really fast seed for Nick. Like, not quite sub 50, I don't think. But pretty dang close. Basically getting all these E-tanks and feeling great about her very less Lower Norfair, though, which is kind of unfortunate. Okay, this is sick. Okay. Okay, Nick can just do front to front and then win the game. Easy. Front to front, Lower Norfair, that is.
So that's like the speedrun route, right?
No, so the way we...
front goes front to back. That's right.
Front to back, yeah. The way we talk about really all of Ellen and East and Ship is like front to front or front to back or back to front. I don't know. Okay, interesting. Nick is checking this. Oh, I see. Okay. No, I know what it is. So Nick found the two bottom portals of Open Norfair at the bottom of Red Tower, knows this is back of LN, and is going to do back to back.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So I just missed that. That's
I have a random question.
What's up?
The sprite that Nick has, you said was from Kaizo.
Correct.
Correct?
Yep.
Kaizo came out before Dread, right?
Oh yeah. Kaizo's old.
Okay, that's what I thought. Why does this remind me of the Metroid suit from the end of Dread?
I don't know. I mean, they are similar. I won't deny it. It's just like, I don't know, coincidence, I guess.
It's got to be coincidence, right? Nintendo wouldn't see this an old hack like that and copy a suit style.
I doubt Nintendo knows that Kaizo exists. Yeah. Yeah, knowing that all those portals did save time back for Nick, but I don't think it saved back the time that it took Nick to check the top of West, because front-to-front Ellen isn't fast, but it's not like... I don't think it's that bad compared to going to meme route. I think checking top of West lost Nick time overall, compared to just not doing it and then doing front to front. I guess he would have to deal with doing a reverse S dive, but you probably just pick up an E-tank somewhere. Because he skipped like 2. Oh, let's go. We're springballing.
So this should be Fantoon.
Yeah. I think so. I won't lie, I haven't been keeping track. But yeah, this
it's
is Fantoon. Gets a fast in round 1. Does have this beam, so could just elect to do 4 missiles worth of damage. But is just going to do a Doppler instead. He is unfortunately unlucky with his missiles and does not do the Dopplers super well, so we'll be going to a 3rd round. So... misses the super! No! Okay, round 4. This is like... I think this is like fast mid though, so this will be fine.
I blame you for this 4th round.
You know what? I'll take
Commentator
the blame.
curse. 100%. You called it 3 rounds before it was 3 rounds. So this is all on you, MM2.
You know what? Sometimes you just gotta take the blows as they come. But...
Alright, so Nick just has to run to Turian.
Yep. Yeah, this is a really fast seed. When you get
Nick will need to be careful. Oh, wait. Without ice, you have to do the power bomb kills on the
the
Metroids. Ugh.
Yeah, that's why you want a 3rd power bomb pack for Turian here, just so you don't need to worry about not having enough power bombs. He can do it. It's just like 30-ish seconds slower. I think when I timed it for myself, it was like 37 seconds versus like really sweaty try-hard Hundo Metroids.
But
So
Hundo
closer to-
Metroids is pretty.
Hundo Metroids are really fun, I won't lie. But they're also really hard. And hard to consistently achieve. And also we don't even have the kit for it, because
No.
no ice and no wave.
Yeah.
Even if we had ice. Okay, Ace is just diving Ellen here, which, I mean, makes sense. In theory, she's in go mode, and she knows Ellen isn't Ridley, so she can do this. This is reasonable.
With this many tanks, yeah.
Yeah. Honestly, the real problem is her missile count. 15 missiles is not a fun number. Which is kind of unfortunate, because you would expect to be at a lot higher missiles. But I think if this is an E-Tank, she's fine. She just will have to do a Crystal Flash at some point on the escape. And even if it's not, I think it's still fine. She should be able to make it out well before Nick finishes the game. It's not an E-Tank, though. I mean, it does speed up the Fantoon fight.
Yeah.
Okay. Nick gave me a little bit of short charge shambles, but makes it happen.
Could have just wall climbed at that point, but
Yeah.
you have to go with the swaggy. You've got speed, you might as well do it, right?
Yeah, sunk cost fallacy. Spent this much time doing it, I guess I'll Keep doing
Just keep
it.
doing it.
Oh. But yeah, Nick will be getting like a 46 or 47. Something really fast.
Compared to last seed, this is, yeah. This is like supersonic.
Yeah. He is, shall we say, blazing it.
Blaze it.
Pretty good. Yeah, Ace not even doing too badly for herself. This will be like, for skipping a suit, this is insanely fast. Oh, you want
pick those
that.
up! You want those!
Yeah. I don't know if she's even thinking about the missiles being an issue.
Oh, she reset.
Oh? Maybe she didn't think she had enough health? I don't know. Oh no, she didn't have power bombs to Crystal Flash, I see.
Oh.
No, I just missed it. Oh, she didn't save an LM!
Oh no.
No! Maybe she did load the wrong save again. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe she's just going back here to check stuff, check like more minors, because I saw her going to, going into the save room in LN, so I don't know. Yeah, 15 power bombs, no bombs is really rough for lower warfare, especially when you're going to meme route.
Okay, while Nick finishes up these Metroid rooms and goes for potentially baby skip, what is meme route again?
Meme route is a retrograde portal. Okay. It's named after a route that you would take in well, that some people would take in old major minor rando when you got power bombs early. You would, instead of going back up the portal, like up the elevator, going back to climb and bomb sprays like you would in the vanilla game, you would instead go to the meme route exit on the left of the morph room, which is where the portal is, and then go backwards through pink and green Brinstar and go up the elevator, and then area, and usually go to Rush Show.
Gotcha. Okay. And thank you for
I don't really know how it got to be called the meme route, but that's what it's called. Yeah, this is really nice baby skip for Nick. Really well controlled with no wave. Got to be able to play jump rope with the baby and also clear the weeds. So
not easy to do with a single beam like this. Especially, usually you're used to having Spazer and wave and something that'll clear it a lot faster.
Yeah. Ironically, Spazer is pretty good, even by itself, at clearing the weeds. Yeah, I think unfortunately Ace is going to be searching for Varia, and will not find it here. Probably not at all before Nick finishes. Which is really unfortunate, because I think she could have pulled that LN off.
Took a couple tries to get that short charge, but we got a very nice speed zeb skip there from Nick.
Yeah, very well done. Now gets to do this Mother Brain, which is...
it's better than low ice.
It's pretty good. I won't lie, I don't even do the math myself for Mother Brain 2 anymore. I just plug my numbers into a spreadsheet and it tells me how many shots I need to do. It's a bit janky, but it works. But
you've got a lot of supers here to play with too, which will help get that damage down.
Yeah, we only need like 66,000 damage in charge shots, which is not a lot of charge shots. Like, I don't know, somewhere in like the 15 range is what I would guess.
So with this energy, that's not baby skip, or not baby skip, stand up, correct?
Yeah, not happening.
Okay.
Yeah, you require 70 tanks to pull off stand up, and we don't have that, so not happening. But in general, it's not really something you want to fish for, a 7th E tank, especially when you're on 4 and don't have a great beam combo. because stand up only like fully optimally with 2 cries and 40 shots with full beam only really saves 20 seconds. So because hyper is just not good. So it's really only worth fishing for a 7th E tank if you've got 6 already and a beam combo that does it's like at least like charge plasma and ideally at least one other beam as well. So there's a few reasons we didn't really try for it, but in this scenario we saved more time by skipping the E tanks behind bosses that Nikplayer didn't pick up, rather than trying to get extra tanks and go for stand up.
Makes sense.
But yeah, unless something catastrophic happens, does like Nikplayer has a commanding lead and will be taking the race, so this will put him in a really solid position to get the first seed out of his group, which will put him in the final bracket as seed number 5. Because the way the tournament works, we've got 8 groups of 4 or 5 players each, and the top 2 players out of each group will move on to the bracket, and so 16 players in the bracket, and then yeah, just best of 3 with these settings in the single elim bracket, and then that's the tournament. Good stuff.
All right.
Okay, yeah. This is like... This is... I don't know. This is like 47 OX, I think. I think if... I didn't really see when Motherbrain had hit the ground. Like, I think if Nick had like a perfect escape, this could be like a high 46 5x. But... be really hard. And you're more just focused on not having shambles than popping off in every room.
Yeah. Just finish the race.
Yeah. Does go for the aggressively at Ox Climb there. That's really impressive. Hard strat. Instead of just screw attacking the top pirate, you hyper shot it and then down grab. And it saves like a little bit of time. I think at one point Zeus said that it was like just faster RTA to kill the pirate and save lag, though. I don't even know if that's still true. But usually I don't go for it because killing the pirate with screw is way easier and like barely any slower. But yeah, GG's to Nick. We'll be finishing first in this race with a time of 47:04 in race time and taking this quote-unquote series 2-0. So yeah, GG's to both of the runners. We will try and get them in for interviews.
Well, while we wait for them to see if they're going to do interviews, again, I will plug the in-person SGL that will be happening the end of October. So I believe it's the 22nd through the 27th. In person in Hardin, Virginia. Lots of fun. I'll be going again this year. I went for the first time last year and just had a blast. There is actually going to be a vanilla Super Metroid tournament in person, as well as, I think, is there a rando tournament in person as well? I can't remember.
There's a map random tournament in person.
Okay, map rando tournament in person. So plenty of Super Metroid happening at this tournament, or this event. Tickets are still on sale. Please, I would love to see you all there and meet you all. Please, please. Thank you.
It's a fun time.
Yes, Nick did take this Like MM2
Yeah,
said,
Nick
the
2-0'd.
series, he's 2-0 right now.
Yeah. How did your race go, Beamer? I was not watching for obvious reasons. We are joined by our second place runner, AceZer0. GG's.
Hello, GG.
GG's Ace.
GG's. Yeah, that was actually really unfortunate. I think, honestly, shifted bosses messed with you more than anything else in the seed. Just because if it was shuffled, you just don't follow that back of ship, but it is what it is. Honestly, really good effort to kill that Ridley, and then, like, if you go out the back of ship, then you just feel really bad with the Varia right after, and then if you go out the front, then you just don't ever get it, and it's sad.
Yeah, it was close, and like I figured, when I saw the back, I was like, okay, well, I can do everything but Ridley easily. And if I get, I can farm the Kagos, I'll probably get a couple supers there. I can farm the pancakes on the way in. And of course I got like no drops.
Yeah.
So I went in and I was like, I don't know, I'm rusty enough, this is probably going to be a disaster, but I'll at least like just go in and see what the boss is, of course. And I figured I would try it with my beam until I got hit like twice and it was a mess.
Yeah. Yeah, 4+1 is kind of pretty tight without just having 30 supers by themselves. And we are joined by Nikplayer, the winner. GG's.
GG's. GG's. Ace.
Yeah.
Yeah, that third seed. Oh my god, what was that seed?
Oh my gosh.
That's so horrible. Oh,
Yeah.
man.
Just actually a mess. You played really well in the second seed. Honestly, you're moving really solidly both times, but getting a 47 is very impressive. So, GG's.
Yeah, thank you. It was a very fast seed. I think I got routed this seed. Maybe not. I don't know, but it was a good route. I was so close to when I got up and off there. I was so close to check all up and off stuff like Bobble Mountain, something like that. But I decided to. But I didn't check the left door on elevator on up and off there. So I decided to go up, and I think it was Red Brimstar. I think.
Yeah, you got Red Bread.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And yeah, I got here my Varia suit and all the stuff, and it was a good road, and that I keep going.
Yeah, honestly, I think the most interesting play you made during this race was double spring mulling to the top of West Meridia to check that portal. QD and I were actually discussing it in chat a little bit, because I think it's a solid play, but I probably wouldn't do it, mostly because you want to check the major and follow where your opponent's going to be going, and then if you follow the top of there and miss the main street portal, that's something good. You just get mega punished. But if you miss something at the top, then it's kind of less bad. Yes.
Yeah. You're absolutely right. But I decided to do this because I just knew that. What the door dungeon is here. I just know this, and then I do it. But yeah, it's 50-50. It's very.
I don't think it's that bad, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, you can always if it ends up being something bad, like just having the transition knowledge and then dropping down for the major and following like Main Street or the map portal, like that's
exactly.
a very safe bet that still gives you info. And obviously, if it's something good at the top, which it was single chamber, so that's not great in this seed. But
yeah, with 2 E-tanks and 1 reserve.
Seems good.
No, it was pain.
Yeah, it's not really something you want to be doing. I guess what you can also do if it's something you want to follow is you could save at the top after checking the portal and then go down and do all the like Mama Turtle in the main street portal, and then have your pick between Main Street or the top. And also, I don't know. It's also just getting portal knowledge is good. So like if it's Turian, that's good, and it also lets you what do you it's just like getting portal knowledge is just in general good, so I don't think it's all that bad. But but yeah, definitely GG's to both of y'all. I think the first race was just what a train wreck, honestly.
Yeah, I know for me at least some of it was self-imposed, like I'm sure I could have done better at picking up like more minors, because I had the same kind of problems in both seeds a little bit, like, you know, just not having what I needed to beat the bosses, like just not quite having enough for Ridley, the first seed as well, and it was like, when do I route this back in? It's going to be an awful backtrack that I feel like I could have mitigated if I picked up more minors.
Yeah.
Maybe not.
Yeah, it wasn't a great situation, but I don't think, other than checking like more like convenient minors, I think the notable skips you made were like Anakin Super and then Mission Impossible Missile are the ones I usually like to check.
Yeah.
But I mean,
yeah, I should have grabbed the big pink minor for sure.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's fine not to do them.
In retrospect.
But, yeah, but I actually liked how you routed the first seed up until the point where I think you decided not to do front of LN. I think that was where I disagreed, just because it's not a good option to check front of LN, obviously, but it's like,
oh yeah,
like, you just had like a bunch of other bad options that were worse.
I mean, at that point, it's like the biggest problem with this, like racing right now in general, is I'm just so rusty, and like my movement is surprisingly not as bad as I thought, having played so little and just de-rusting the game. But like mentally, just, you know, all the decisions, like everything just takes longer to decide where to go, and like figuring out the map is like, that's a skill that really atrophies a lot. It is turns out is important, like even just knowing like how, like the numbers of things, like how many tanks do I need to do reverse acid dive. I had no idea. I was like, I don't think I have enough, and then in retrospect I did have enough, and I forgot to save on the way out, so when I reset to that save, it was like, oh yeah, I'll just reset back to, you know, back to Lower Norfair and do the front portal at that time. But my save was before the boss kill, so that didn't work.
Yeah, that's really unfortunate.
Some mental mistakes that it was already, you know, I'm sure I was already way behind from, you know, general cleaner movement from Nick and stuff.
Yeah. Well, the thing is with the first seed is that Nick never got that Varia, so you were like actually in a really commanding position if you got to go out the front of LN, because just because like you would have to do a lot less checks, even though you would have to come back to Greenbrand for the gravity and the East and the Ridley and all that stuff. But it would just having that Varia would just like make your life a lot easier. But Nick got to do a pretty efficient route and then got the gravity and did Varialess LN really well. So
nice,
definitely solid. So I don't know, I think the best thing is just play the game and get some practice in. Then you definitely moving really well. So just if you can, I think if you definitely like just get the brain going, then I would foresee you in bracket personally.
Thank you. Yeah, that's the goal. It's what I'm aiming for here.
Excellent.
I have a question. Where was Varia on the first seat?
Grapple beam at Croc at the back of ship.
Oh,
it was terrible. Yeah, I was like, Nick is never getting this because you're just never doing that.
It felt bad going there, and I was like, I don't know. I felt like I kind of needed something like to build my confidence and to feel like I had a chance in the race, and that kind of was it. But it still felt bad. I was like, is this even enough? This is so far away. Like,
yeah, you're just like in the middle of nowhere then. So like you kind of just need to check a bunch of miners and try and get the ammo for Ridley there. But it's just like it's hard to get somewhere with nothing.
That's what I did on East Meridia. I checked left sandpit and I found E-tank, and I was thinking to do Shack tool, but I look to my E-tanks and my ammo and decide no, just go, just do low north
Yeah.
here. And
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, you were definitely in good shape for Ridley after left Sandpit in game 2. So I was just like, well, no, that was game 1. I'm mixing stuff up now, but yeah, just get yourself in a good spot for Ridley, and then after Ridley, you have like 2 or even 3 if you need them checks between behind Ridley and right super and all that for prepping for Ella, and then it's back to back anyway with no Ridley at home, so not too
Yep.
tough.
Yep.
But yeah, really good set from the both of y'all. So
Yeah, thank you.
thank
Thank
you
you.
both
It was
for
fun.
excellent race.
It didn't impact the race, but I hope my computer issues didn't affect the stream at all. When I had like
That was fine.
30 seconds where I had to put my computer to sleep, because that seems to be the most reliable way to fix it when it stops working right. Which it did right after I died. The death at the Bacharach ship in the first seed was totally my fault. Like, I accidentally tapped up on the D-pad into the crab.
Yeah,
But then, like,
Got
immediately after that, my computer just, like, freaked out and started running slow, and, like, I couldn't do anything. So I put it to sleep for a minute, and then it was fine.
We
But-
thought you just had controller issues. But
Oh no, my controller was fine. I have in the past, but I was able to fix some controller problems, and that worked perfectly.
interesting.
But yeah, thank you for comms and everything, and GG's again, Nick, on the win.
Yeah, thank you, GG's Ace, and thank you for both commentating. And yeah, I'm looking forward to our races on the group. I'm excited.
Yeah. Thank you to Twin for asking me to co-com these races. It's been real fun. So yeah. Twin, any final thoughts?
I just want to say thank you to MM2 for being so kind to co-com with me for my first rando race commentary. And thank you to Nick and Ace for putting on such a great show for us. And I'm going to say there's a lot of matches, and the more we get commentary and trackers signed up, the more races we have a chance to get restreamed. So if you're interested in doing that, please sign up for commentary or tracking. And yeah, just thank you so much.
Yeah. Thank you all for watching this episode of the Super Metroid Randomizer tournament. We've got P12 versus Break Jake in about 30 minutes. So we'll see where that's going to be restreamed. But yeah, thank you all for watching, and from us here at Speedgaming, we will see you next mission.